This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy J McLovin here with Gonzo and Tony. What a day! What a day! What a day in the world! Lots of stuff has gone on over the weekends and into Mondays, and the sports world is never stopping. It's always evolving, and it's crazy. I got to tell you guys, when you're going to play hockey, apparently it needs to be said to have your helmet on before you go out into the rink. Apparently that is not being done. I don't know who plays hockey without a damn helmet on. That just blows my mind.
Yeah, sure. Well, guys, let's jump right into it. Monday Night Football, not a real great game. I watched Monday Night Raw. As soon as it was over, turned it over to the game, and it wasn't much of a game. New England put it on the Giants pretty good. I only think I wrote down the final score. I know they beat them by probably about 15 points or more. I know.
Really? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's fine. New England had 395 total yards of offense, 276 passing, 111 rushing. Giants only had 239 total offense, 128 passing, 111 rushing. Giants struggled in this game, no doubt about it. New England still looking pretty good, looking physical, looking really physical. Jay, your thoughts on the Patriots?
Yeah. And again, it's just the Giants, and Derek Carter obviously didn't play, or Derek Carter. What's that dude's name? His first name, I know his last name Carter. I can't remember. As Abdul Carter or something like that. Anyway, Carter missed that first. I think it was the first quarter. I think they said he was tardy, so they held him out that first quarter. The Giants have a pretty good defense. They do. Drake Maye, geez, man, that guy's looking good. I like him. The more I watch him play, the more. I hate the Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots. But May is looking really good. They had 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, and that's a pretty decent defense over there. So the more I'm watching them, Stafford's probably going to wind up getting the MVP. Not taking anything away from Jonathan Taylor. Guys have a hell of a year. But I think Drake Maye, man, he's looking pretty. Or Drake, I keep saying Derek.
Let's say, who the fuck is Drake Maye?
I know. Apparently, I like Derek. Everybody's first name is Derek, and I just get their last names correct. So just don't worry about the first name. Just worry about the last name. And yeah, it's only the name on the back of the jersey that matters. Okay. So I tell you what, it's hard out here in the world. No, but my point is, I do think Maye is fastly making a point. That he should be definitely in the running for MVP. I think he's making that point, and I like New England. I like what New England's doing. I can't stand the franchise, but I'm gonna give them credit, man. That's good leadership. It's good ownership, and Maye and everybody else is part of that organization is benefiting from it.
Yeah, I think the Giants have a bright future. I think they're still ways away. They got some pieces to pick up in the offseason. And we'll see where they go. I like New England a lot. Again, I think you're gonna have to go through New England to get to the Super Bowl on the AFC side. I don't. Denver's looking good, but Denver's got a tougher schedule left than New England. So I think I don't know if New England's going to lose another game going into the playoffs. Their schedule's pretty favorable, but you never know. It is the NFL. But yeah, New England was all over them for the most part. Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was New England looked good. The Giants, Giants are better than what the record. I think they're a better team than what the record has been. Injuries have hurt them. They're a young team that's still learning how to close out games, and we've seen that a lot this year. Didn't see it much last night because they got pretty much beat on, but we've seen them have big leads and let them go. They're just a young team that's still figuring some things out. But no, I thought the Patriots looked good. That defense is playing physical. which I like to see. So yeah, Patriots done what they needed to do, took care of business, and get ready for next week.
One thing I do want to add in there is I felt like the Patriots are really playing on all three phases of the game, right? I felt the defense did a good job. I felt like the offense is doing a good job, and special teams is doing a good job. I mean, they got that 100-yard punt return yesterday for by Jones. I think that was like his second punt return for a touchdown. And I just feel like that's a team that's really clicking on all three phases, right? So I'm curious to see where they go from here. And by the way, Hunter Henry is definitely Drake Maye's favorite friend. I mean, that's his security blanket. You can tell.
Yeah, New England's getting more and more confidence too. You can tell they're getting more confident. They're going to be a tough out. I mean, I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think I would predict that. I think they're still not quite there yet, and this favorable schedules help them. But hey, you play what's in front of you, and they are getting better every time they go out on the field. So who knows? We could see them in the Super Bowl. Guys, I want to talk some other NFL stuff, some teams, and get your takes on it. We talked about New England. Chris, let's talk a little bit about our Indianapolis Colts, and then we'll go to Dallas, and we'll talk some other teams. The Colts are 8-4. What do you think the biggest reason is that we've lost 3 out of the last 4? And what do you think we need to do to get back on track?
I think the biggest thing is we just have to get back to our identity, what our identity was at the beginning of the season, and start running the ball. We're starting out these games like the first quarter last game was all passing. I understand you want to get the pass going because it will help open the run, but I think we got to get back to running the ball, and we just got to get healthy. Like DeForest Buckner being out the last 4 games has really hurt us on the defensive side of the ball. Our defense has done a good job holding teams to field goals, but they're being able to possess the ball because we're having trouble stopping the run because we don't have Buckner there in the middle like we're used to having. So I think getting Buckner back will help the time of possession out a lot on that. I think our defense will be able to get off the field a little better. And but other than that, I mean, we didn't play bad against Houston. We could have won that game. I still think we passed up points too much. Nobody's talked about it, but we passed up a field goal in that first quarter, and that came back to haunt us at the end of the game. Nobody's mentioned that, but we went for it on like 4th and 2 and got stopped. Didn't get no points on that drive. Got stopped like on the 10-yard line. You take that field goal, it's one thing to be aggressive, but early in the game, if you have a chance to score points, I think you need to score points. But a lot of it has been Steichen, his play call, and he ain't been in the same rhythm as he was earlier in the year. It seems like he's gotten a little pass happy compared to what he was. And it goes back to what I said last year, and it's starting to rear its head a little bit this year. I think he's a great offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's a great head coach. There's still a part of me that thinks that the Colts would be better off bringing in a head coach and keeping Steichen somehow as your offensive coordinator. I think you'd be in a better position. I think we need more at a head coach. I think you need more of a facilitator, a guy that can a leader, but he can let his offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, everybody do their job. And I think getting a leader at that position would help the Colts. I think Steichen's usually a great play caller, but I think when you add in everything you have to worry about as a head coach as well, I think sometimes that affects him a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the games when we was really playing well, we was moving the ball early and we was getting ahead. I think we're a better team with the lead than we are playing from behind. I think, and that, because you want to be a running team, so if you got that lead, it's a little bit better. But yeah, I think
somebody tell me how Danny Dimes get exposed. I hear people he got exposed. How did he get exposed?
I don't know. I have no idea. The dude had about 210, 220 yards passing.
He got exposed.
He didn't have any turnovers. He's injured. But that is what it is.
Yeah, exposed. Like the dude. We haven't lost the games because of Danny Dimes. That's not why we're not losing the games because he's playing terrible. People that say that they're casual fans that don't watch football. If you watch a Colts game and you honestly believe that Daniel Dimes is the reason the Colts are losing and that he's been exposed, I'll piss people off. You're a fucking idiot.
I don't disagree.
Joe, idiot in Italian means we love you. That's a term of endearment. It's like going to New York and somebody saying F you.
I am if that's what he really truly believes. But I mean,
it's like going to New York, Joe. When they say F you, that's just saying I love you. Okay, we love our casual fans.
Let me ask you this. Did Matthew Stafford get exposed last weekend? Matthew Stafford, he exposed that he's terrible because he turned the ball over 4 times in one game. Now come the fuck on. Let's use some common sense here.
I agree with you, Chris. That's not.
Whoa! That was when I found my job for this network. It did not say common sense because it said common sense. I was done. It said lack thereof, and
I'll vouch for you there.
Let's not talk common sense here because I'm the least common sense person in the world.
Okay, Jay, I want to get your take on your Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Of course, season didn't start off great, but you guys have turned it around the last 3 or 4 games, playing a lot better football, 6-5-1. What are you thinking about your Dallas Cowboys, real quick?
I love watching. I was watching Get Up this morning, and I think that's how you say it. Whatever. I don't ever watch too many of them. I got ESPN back, so now I watch whatever ESPN puts on. But anyway, long skinny of it is I don't know the guy's name. But one of the guys had Dallas Cowboys in their top 5.
No wonder you like common sense. You watch what ESPN puts on every day.
Hey, whoa, man. That's what the provider was. I don't have all that money like you got over there running them big. Damn. Is it hot? Is it hot in here? I feel like it's getting hot in this mug, man. Damn. Hey, listen, first of all, you guys, I just want to say one thing about the Colts real quick, if I may. You guys had it a little rough, man. Danny Dimes, that fibula fracture, I don't know what the heal time is on that. I got to imagine 3 to 4 months to really get a good heal. So you guys are, and Joe, we got to give Danny Dimes a little bit of love, man. The guy didn't have any turnovers, and he had no turnovers. So, he had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he had 1 yard rushing. What did we expose? The fact that maybe their defense couldn't contain Houston enough to give up 20 points. Maybe that was the issue because they only lost by 4.
Yeah.
So and last time I checked, Houston actually had the turnover. There's 1 turnover in the game, and it was on Houston. So we do got to give Indianapolis a little, some love, man. Danny Dimes didn't hurt them. That was defense more than anything.
You got to give Houston credit. Houston's defense played very well, and they're only averaging giving up 16 points a game. Guess what? Colts got 16 points.
You know what I'm saying? You run the ball 22 times for like 86 yards between the two of them guys, and it is what it is. Houston. Houston. Look, Houston's got a great. People don't understand that Houston has a good defense. They have one of the elite defenses in the league. Their offense has been struggling with C.J. Stroud and things like that, but their defense has always been pretty damn good. You can't take anything away from that game. Colts are still, one of the better teams in the AFC. And we'll see where they go up there. But I do think you're gonna have a hard heel to climb because of that fracture and that fibula, which tells me you're gonna have to find the way to get Jonathan Taylor the rock a lot more.
Yeah.
Whether it be in the flat, you got to figure out different ways to get him running the ball so they don't target you too much. But they're gonna have to do some misdirection, whatever it is they got to do to cover up that fibula injury by Danny. I think that's the only concern I have with the Colts, really. In terms of the Cowboys. Man, look, we took out Philly. We took out the Eagle. We took out KC. Philly's not looking good right now. So I don't know how much I really can put into that win, even though I'm a Cowboys fan. And Joe, I am a Cowboys fan, but I'm also a realist. There's some issues going on in that Philadelphia Eagles franchise. We all know that. It's been there the last couple of years. They kind of get in that out of rhythm moment. Things start getting talked about. You got a lot of competitors on that team, whatever. And, until they can get the communication down, until they get those internal issues resolved with what's going on with that franchise, it's not looking good for those guys. I think they're on a 2-game skid right now, and they need to turn it around, which I love. I love it. I adore it because I think the Cowboys, I told you guys, and I still believe this, we can match up with anybody in the damn league. We got the receivers. I got the tight end. I got a good O-line. I got a quarterback. And apparently I got some good coaching. I didn't know what to think about this coaching, but the coaching hasn't been bad. Defense is looking pretty good. We definitely need a pass rush still. And the secondary is our weakness. And so, those are the two biggest issues for the Cowboys. But I like what they're doing. I like the direction they're going. And Chris, Gonzo, and Tony, we've talked about this talent versus culture. Maybe culture can help the Cowboys out. Maybe Ben Schottenheimer is establishing a culture there. And sometimes you get that culture from the most unlikely of sources, because I didn't see Schotty being, this type of coach, but he's got the Cowboys winning, so I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas has had some injuries, and they've pulled through. They're looking pretty good. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. I think the chances are looking a lot better. I mean, with Philly losing, that don't hurt. I mean, you still got a shot at that division. So, I mean, and you got a shot at the playoffs. Right now, if the season ended, you wouldn't be in. But, I mean, you still got 5-6 games left. Definitely got a good shot. I mean, and plus, this has been, guys, it's been think about this. It's been a crazy NFL year. We got Denver, the best record in football, along with New England. One's, I think, 10-2, the other one's 11-2. I mean, and then you got the Chicago Bears 9-3. Would be if things ended right now, they'd be the number one team in NFC. I mean, would any of us called that at the start of the season?
No,
at this point, no, they're not even close.
No.
So it's been a crazy year. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I don't know that there is a clear favorite to win a Super Bowl right now. I really don't. I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'd have said the Rams maybe, but then they turn around and they get beat by Carolina. So I mean, anything can happen. I still think the Rams are a very strong team. Denver's got a very good defense. I don't know if Denver's offense is good enough to win a championship. And here's a question for you, Jay. Who's the better team right now? Houston or Dallas? One's got a great defense, and one's got a definitely better offense.
Here's the thing, man. I think Houston, in my opinion, right now, only because of the fact that, Will Anderson, Stingley, Hunter, on that defense, they have all three of them. They got the cornerback, they got the linebacker, and they got the edge rusher. I mean, they have everything they need for that defense, no doubt about it. Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, even Stroud. I mean, they have a decent offensive line. The only thing I think that still kind of hurts them is they just don't have a true runner over there right now. With Mixon being out, I think their run game is still, in my opinion, the weak part of that. And I still think not having Bobby Slovic calling the plays. I think sometimes on the offense, I think the play calls kind of be an issue for them. But I think talent-wise, they had the most collectively balanced. They're a little bit more balanced than Dallas is. And I think you need to have a balanced team to go far. And I don't think that Dallas has 100% the balance level that they have.
Yeah, I think it's tough. It's really close. I might go right now with Houston being the better team because of their defense. And the reason I say that, I think Houston could score 20 points and win most of their games. Right. I think Dallas could score 24 and still possibly lose. Even though the defense has been playing better, I'm not completely convinced because of that back end. So I would give maybe Houston just the slightest of edge.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I agree. Chris, and again, not having Tank Dell, people don't understand that on that receiving side, right? Nico's great, but Tank really helps take some of the pressure off Nico. It really opens up that. But not having Tank Dell, your wide receiver 2, and not having your running back 1 has really hurt that offense a lot.
Chris, who would you pick, Dallas or Houston? Which is the better team?
It's close, but I would probably lean toward Dallas because of they have the better offense, and their defense is starting to play better. Where I think their defense can hold teams to right around 24, 25 points a game, and if they can hold teams to if Dallas's defense can hold teams to 25, 26 points a game, they're going to win a lot of games. The Texans offense, I just don't know if they're going to be able to score enough points when a team does have a good when their defense does slip up a little bit. And we know how the NFL works. There's going to be games where their defense is going to give up more than 20 points a game, Is their offense going to be able to score the points? Where I trust Dallas's offense a little more. So I would lean toward Dallas just a little bit. I do think it's pretty close.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk a little bit about Baltimore, Pittsburgh, tied at 6-6. I think Pittsburgh would have the advantage right now, but I still think they play again. I think no matter of fact, they play twice still. They still play each other twice. Cincinnati still plays, I think, Baltimore at least once. Man, I mean, I know since he just came back and Cincinnati got that big win against Baltimore, but Cincinnati's got Buffalo. And then after Buffalo, they got a very favorable schedule. If they could beat Buffalo, watch out for Cincinnati. And that's a big if. I mean, Buffalo's still a decent team. I don't think they was what they were, last year, but they're still a formidable team. But if Cincinnati could definitely get back in this could be a crazy thing happening in that division. Guys, if you had to make a pick right now, who would you pick? Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or the dark horse Cincinnati? Jay.
Man, if you ask Bruce Arians, I think he was on Pat McAfee, and they had that same kind of question pretty much. Bruce Arians went Cincinnati. He felt Cincinnati could run the table. I'm not 100% believing that defense to go that direction. I still think it's Baltimore. For me, it's Baltimore. I just think now that he's back, they need to get a few more things squared away. But I like Baltimore. I think Baltimore is a team for me. Out of those teams, I think Baltimore's going to go the farthest.
Chris, what about you?
Hold on, I'm looking up something real quick.
I'll go. I like Cincinnati if they can get past Buffalo. If they don't get past Buffalo, they're done. They've got to win that game. And then I think it's possible because Baltimore did not look good at all against Cincinnati. And honestly, Jackson, I know they won a couple games without him, and then he come back and they won 3 or 4, but he hasn't looked like himself. I don't think he's completely healthy. I think he came back 75, 80%. I don't think he's 100%. He don't look like himself. That's just my opinion. Yeah. And then Rodgers is not healthy. He went to that game not healthy, and he got the hell beat out of him that game. Yeah. So he probably had trouble getting out of bed these last couple of days.
Well, he's got that jacked up hand. Isn't his hand broke or wrist broke or something's broke on that hand?
His left wrist.
Yeah.
So he's beat up, and Pittsburgh's defense is just so inconsistent. Like Chris said the other day, great one week and the worst the next week. So you just don't know. But yeah, if Cincinnati get past Buffalo, I'd go Cincinnati. If not, I'm gonna go with Baltimore. Chris.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to win that division. Baltimore, I don't trust their defense either. Their defense does all right in some categories, but they rank like 23rd in scoring and points scored against them. Their defense struggles on letting teams score. I don't think Lamar Jackson's healthy. He hasn't looked like Lamar Jackson since he's been back. The offense is struggling, and then with Pittsburgh, and it's not even Pittsburgh's offense. Pittsburgh's offense has been pretty good most of the year. I know they struggled last game, but if you look at their offense hasn't been the problem this year. It's been their defense in the games that they've lost. And I just think the Bengals have some momentum. Burrow coming back, I think, has brought that team a little closer together. And I think that defense, and if you look the last couple games, that defense has played a little bit better. And I think that defense is going to play good enough. But you're right; they have to win out, so they have to beat Buffalo this week. Yeah. We've seen Buffalo struggle as well, so it should be interesting. But I think the Bengals are going to make a surprise comeback.
And next team we'll talk about is Denver. Denver being like 10-2. I've been really impressed with them. I know the Colts got very lucky to get that win over them, and that's one of their losses. But people say, they're trash and ain't played nobody. I took a look at that. They've played 6 games with teams over 500. Their record's 4-2. New England's played 4 teams that's 500 or better, and they're 3-1. And they also have a loss to the Raiders, which super terrible team, but that was the first game of the year. That so that there. So and Denver's losses could have very easily been wins. Both their losses came right at the end of the game, and Denver very easily could be undefeated right now. Yeah. I believe in Denver's Defense, I don't know if I completely believe in the offense. Okay, Chris, let me ask you, and then we'll go Jay, and then I'll answer. If you had to say a favorite for the AFC to make the Super Bowl right now, who would be your favorite? Just going by the games that we've played so far.
Oh, the AFC?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna lean on Denver on that one. I just don't feel like I still feel like New England they're stacking up some wins. I'm going with Denver on that one.
Okay, Chris.
Oh man, that's close. But honestly, I'd probably go. Man, it's tough for me because I like Denver, but yeah, they could very easily be undefeated, but they could very easily have a 500 record too because they won a lot of those games right at the end.
They pulled a couple games
as
out.
well. The offense usually looks bad for 3 quarters and then plays good in the 4th quarter. I'd probably lean toward the Patriots right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm not sure. I think New England would have the advantage right now. I know they got this basic. Well, New England's played one more game, so I think they've got the advantage there. But they're both only lost 2. I think whoever gets the home field advantage out of those 2 teams would be my favorite. So right now I would say New England, but I think if Denver got the home field, that's a very tough place to play. I would go with Denver as the favorite. Okay, guys, who would be your guy? Who would be your team in the NFC? Right now, Jay. You've got the Bears 9-3. You've got the Rams 9-3. Seattle 9-3. Green Bay 8-3-1. Philadelphia 8-4. San Francisco 9-4. Tampa Bay 7-5. And then teams that are not in right now, you've got Detroit 7-5, Dallas 6-5-1, and Carolina 7-6.
Yeah, one thing I like the most, I always say defense, man. Defense is such an important thing. And what I saw Seattle do to the Vikings was, it was ridiculous. Vikings didn't get a point. They didn't get nothing. They had barely got any kind of yardage. You saw them barely on the field. That was all Seattle when they played Minnesota last week. Darnold, he still has a little bit more work to do on that offensive side. That's not flowing as smooth as I thought it was going to flow. When Rashid Shaheed got there, I felt like that was going to be like the hidden piece to really open up their offense even more, and it doesn't look like it's come to fruition like that. So I'm still kind of a little bit iffy on their offense, but I'm going to roll with Seattle on this one. I think Seattle right now in the NFC, yeah, I still have them at number 1. I got the Rams probably at number 2, but I got Seattle at 1.
What about you, Chris?
Rams.
Yeah, right now Chicago would be number 1. Go ahead.
They were the team that I liked at the beginning of the season before the season started. But then, if you look out the season, I know, they just lost that game to Carolina. But before that, they were on a 6-7 game winning streak. Like Matthew Stafford's playing some of his best ball of his career. They got their defenses right up there with any defense in the NFC as well. So, yeah, I still like the Rams a lot.
Yeah, Chicago 9-3. I know I'm gonna piss people off. Some of them Chicago fans. They're gonna say, "What do we got to do?" I still don't believe in it completely. They're playing great, and I'm not taking anything away from them, but I just don't completely. They're way ahead of schedule, in my opinion. So that's why I'm saying now. Hey, if they win the rest of the way out, and make it to the Super Bowl, hey, be egg on my face, and I would deserve it. But Chicago has definitely been a surprise team, one of the many surprise teams this year. But I don't have faith in a team that we kept talking about. They got off to a good start, put it on Detroit, and then they offense sputtered. But Green Bay, man, they're 8-3-1. They're still hanging in there. They're not going away. So I got to give them some credit, and their defense has really stepped up for them.
Oh, yeah, they got their defense playing real well.
The defense is playing great. That's why they're winning some of these games. I guess I'd agree with you guys. The Rams and Seattle right there, right side by side. It's hard to pick. I guess I would go with the Rams since the Rams beat Seattle earlier in the year. So I'd give the Rams maybe a slight, barely advantage. But it's just so it's just so wide open, man, and all these all these divisions.
I think I'd honestly put Green Bay ahead of Seattle.
Would you? Okay.
And the reason I say that, Green Bay's defense, and then if you look at Green Bay, their offense the last couple weeks has starting to play better. I think they're finally starting to figure it out after they lost Kraft, because their offense looked terrible after they lost Kraft. And with Seattle, one thing about Green Bay, they don't turn the ball over. Seattle turns the ball over too much. That's what worries me about Seattle as you get into the playoffs. It's going to be hard to win playoff games if you turn the ball over 2 or 3 times a game. And Seattle's had a lot of games where they've turned the ball over 3 or more times. So that's what worries me a little bit about Seattle. That's why I'd have Green Bay right up a little bit ahead of them, and then the Rams.
Yeah. Well, one thing for sure, I think Ben Johnson's got to get Coach of the Year, man. What that dude's done for Chicago is ridiculous. That team was just such defunct for so many decades. You know,
what that kind of leads into my next question a little bit, and my last one. Then we'll go to some baseball. What team has surprised you the most this year? Either way, not playing well or playing great. What's been the surprise? I mean, the team that's just shocked you, man. What the hell's going on here? Why is this team playing so well, or whatever, or the other? Why is this team sucking? Jay, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, for me, it's still going to be Carolina. I just, I never saw. I mean, even if you want to say, well, Carolina, they're 5-5 or 6-5, whatever their record is, and but they beat the Rams. I don't care what anybody says. Off day, bad day, whatever. They still beat the Rams. And I just
also beat the Cowboys.
I'm sorry.
You said the Cowboys are contenders. I'm just naming off a good win. That's another good win by them. That's all I'm doing. You named off a good win by beating the Rams. I'm naming off a good win that they beat the Cowboys. That's all I was doing.
That is a good win because they played a great game that game.
I like Pablo a lot more.
Maybe 30-0 or something. I mean, wasn't it 30-0 or something like that?
Dowdle had it. But you know what? That was post run game support. We got Clark and all them, dude, and Williams and all them. You're such a dick. But I love you.
Okay, Jay took Carolina. That's who I was going to pick. Carolina. I mean, I know they're 7-6 and the Bears are 9-3, but the Bears got Ben Johnson. I thought it was going to take more time than what it's took for them to be playing as well as they are. But Carolina come out of nowhere for me. I didn't believe in the quarterback, didn't believe in their defense, didn't believe in the offense, and they played really well, especially at home. So I would go with Carolina as my biggest surprise. What about you, Chris?
I'd go with the New England Patriots. I thought the Patriots would be a little bit better this year. I never thought they'd be the number 1 seed in the AFC. I thought they made the right decision hiring Vrabel. I thought he would get it turned around, but I didn't think it'd be this quick. So I would have to say New England being right there as number 1 seed is surprising because I didn't expect them to. I expected them to have a chance maybe to make the playoffs, maybe for like a wild card, but I didn't think they'd win their division. I figured Buffalo would win that division again, and they're starting to kind of run away with it. So I'd have to go with New England.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Which one shocks you more, New England or Chicago? Because I didn't think I honestly, I'll be honest with you, I thought New England, with the coach that they got, would have a better record than Chicago. And I'm not saying I thought either one of them would be necessarily in the playoffs, but of course I didn't look at the schedules ahead of time or anything either.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago is doing a lot better than I thought they would. Like they definitely had to be in the conversation for it. But
yeah. Well, guys, let's move on to some baseball. We had a signing yesterday. The Mets decided to take Devin Williams to come over for a 3-year deal, the ex-Yankee. Chris, what your thoughts about that? The Yankees letting him go and the Mets getting him.
I pressed the wrong button. There we go. I mean, that's just the Mets have been taking Yankees players every year here the last couple of years during the offseason. They took Soto last year. Now they're taking a pitcher this year. But I don't know why they keep doing that, because it hasn't seemed to work out for the Mets either. Because they didn't get nowhere last year. But no, I mean, I think it's a good move. It's going to help. It should help them. But the problem with the Mets is, it seems like every time they make moves to try to help themselves, either they get some injuries or something that derails everything. They ain't had no luck with making moves and guys staying healthy and being able to their plan to come to fruition. But no, I mean, I think it's a good move that's going to help them. Is it going to get them to where they want to go? We'll see. But yeah, baseball's so hard. You can make all the moves you want, and I mean, you never know. Just because you spend the most money doesn't mean you're going to be good. So
that's true. Jay, your thoughts on the Mets getting that relief pitcher, Devin Williams?
Yeah, I mean, the guy is 31. Last year, he was 4-6 record, 4.79 ERA, 90 strikeouts, 1.13 WHIP. You look at the numbers. Devin Williams. I know Frankie wasn't. I don't think Frankie was a big fan of Williams. 4 year, was it 4 years, 75 million? I think something like that. If I'm not mistaken, 3 years, 75 million.
I thought it was 3 years, 50, but you might be right.
It was 3 years. I know that. 3 years, 51 million.
3 years, 45 million. So he signed a 3-year, $45 million contract. That's roughly about what, 15 million, something like that. Yeah, 15 million a season. For an average pitcher, which that's what he is, at a 4.39, you're giving up about 4.5 runs a game. If you're a team like Seattle, 4.5 runs is a lot. So I think it depends on your offense in terms of how you view that pitcher. I view him as a middle of the road type guy. I don't think he's not a needle pusher. He's just an innings eater, I think. And so, 45 million for an innings eater, yeah, I'd probably take a shot on that, because he's not that expensive.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Next up, I seen a list the other day, and I thought we'd talk about it a little bit. This is the top 10 pitchers. I believe they're all pretty much starting pitchers. Some of them have done a little bit of bullpen work too, but they also started that are available, and they ranked them. The number one was from Houston, Valdez, 32 years old, left-handed pitcher. He was 13-11 with a 3.66 ERA. He was rated number one. Number two was Zach Gallen, 30 years old, right-handed pitcher, 13-15 with a 4.83 ERA. Next up, Philadelphia Ranger Suarez, 30, left-handed pitcher, 12-8 with a 3.20 ERA. Next up is Boston. I don't know if I'm gonna say this name right. Lucas Gugalagli. I don't know. Gugalagli. 31 years old, right-hand pitcher, 10-4 with a 3.41 ERA. Next up, number 5, they had ranked Chris Bassett, 37-year-old, right-handed pitcher, 11-9 with a 3.96 ERA. Number 6, from Texas, Merrill Kelly, 37-year-old right-handed pitcher. He was 3-3 with a 4.23 ERA. Number 7 from Toronto, Chris, help me with this name because I can never say it right. Max, say the last name for me.
Or is it Scherzer?
Yeah, Scherzer. 41 years old, right-handed pitcher, 5-5 with a 5.19 ERA. Number 8, San Francisco, Justin Verlander, 43 years old, right-handed pitcher, 4-11, but he did have a 3.85 ERA. So Giants didn't give him a whole lot of help with the hitting. Number 9, San Diego's Michael King, 30 years old, right-handed pitcher, 5-3 with a 3.44 ERA. And last, number 10, from Cincinnati, Nick Martinez, 35-year-old right-handed pitcher, 11-14, 4.46 ERA. He can eat up innings for you, and he also started and did middle relief for the Reds. Jay, Yeah, you guys got Valdez. You think? I know you said earlier you think that Valdez may be out of Houston. Is there anybody on that list you'd like to see Houston replace him with?
Yeah. In terms of the money, the age, and the ERA, I'd go for Ranger Suarez. I think because Fromber had a 3.66, I think, or something like that last year at 32 years of age. And I know he's going to be more expensive than Ranger. So I think we could go for Ranger Suarez, probably get the same amount of production and maybe a little bit less price, which, we all like cap-friendly deals, or not like cap baseball, but we all like, financially friendly deals. Dana Brown certainly likes friendly deals. So I would go Ranger Suarez.
Well, one reason Valdez was at number one, the list said, is because of his playoff pitching. Pretty good.
We've also seen him melt down in the playoffs too. Fromber, he's very emotional.
What was the ranking for?
The top 10 pitchers that are available free agents. Yeah, I would say Suarez would be a good pickup. That guy from Boston, Giolito, he was 10-4 with a 3.41 ERA. He's only 31. I think that's a pretty good pickup. I'll tell you, Martinez, age-wise, 35. Martinez, if you need somebody to arm-wise, he's a pretty good arm. He's not a number one or two. He's a guy could be maybe possibly a 3, could be a 4 or 5, or he could be one of your strongest pitchers out of the bullpen. He's capable. I think one thing that hurt him last year, he switched around so much. He was doing both a lot instead of being one or the other. So, but he has that capability. So he can eat up innings. Chris, anybody on that list stands out to you? Real quick before you go, Jay, could Verlander have anything left? I know he's 4-11. He's 43 years old, but he still had a 3.85 ERA. The guy could still pitch, and I would say you could get him on a friendly deal. Somebody could.
Yeah, I think you get a cap-friendly deal for him, and not even have him obviously he's not going to be a starter, so it'd have to be something in the bullpen. I don't know how they're going to use him. Are they going to do closer? Are they going to do middle relief, whatever, long relief, whatever? I don't know. But if they're going to bring him in, I don't suggest bringing him in. But if they're going to bring him in, I'm assuming it's going to be at a relief role and hopefully at a very, very significantly reduced price tag. I have seen Gallen, the pitcher out of Arizona. Dana Brown says they actually have been linked to him as a plan B. For in case they do look Fromber. So look at maybe a guy like Gallen. If they don't get Fromber, they may go after him.
Chris, anybody stand out on that list that you think would be a good pickup for somebody?
Valdez would be a good pickup for somebody, but out of the other ones, I like Merrill Kelly from the Rangers.
Yeah. Well, he was injured some though, right? Yeah, he only 2-3. I think Verlander could be a good pickup for somebody, for even if it was a starter, number 5 on the right team. I think he'd have to be in the right situation.
Emergency purposes or something.
Yeah, like I said, even like Jay said, middle relief, or like I said, he could be a 5th starter. I think he's got that veteran leadership. I think on the right team. I'm not saying for every team or any team, but I think in the right. And like I said, the biggest thing is it'd be a team-friendly deal. So I think he could be a pickup. I think Suarez would be the guy that if Chris, if the Reds could get anybody on that list, would you go Valdez? Would you go Kelly? Would you go Suarez?
Yeah, probably either Valdez or Suarez.
Okay. And do you believe some of the rumors going around that the Reds might be shopping around? If they get rid of him, and the reason I'm stalling because I'm having trouble with his name. Supposed to be our ace, Chris, our ace pitcher.
Hunter Green.
If they get rid of Hunter Green, I think I'm done. I said
good.
that.
I'll send you application to Astros. We have a couple of vacancies open right now.
When they got rid of Castillo, I almost left.
Yeah,
I'm still upset about that. If they trade Hunter Green away, unless they was get a package like the Dallas got when they on the Herschel Walker deal or something like that, then I might be done. I might be I don't know who I'd become a fan of.
It sounds like a Castellini kind of move, though, so you might want
Uh,
to get ready, Tony.
I might, if I hell of a will suffer, I'll just go be a Pirate fan. Hell with
Shit.
it.
Ah,
Nah,
I
you should
don't
be a
think they're
Cubs
going.
fan.
I don't think they're going to trade him. I think that's just
Bullshit.
some
I
rumor
can see you being a
bullshit that
Cubs fan, Tony.
the media came up with. I don't think they're it don't make no it don't make no sense to.
Don't
Yeah.
me.
Tony should be a Cubs fan.
Nah, I'd never be a Cubs fan. I'd be a White Sox fan, and they're terrible. But
Yeah,
I'd be
they're
a White Sox
worse.
fan for a Cubs fan. Glenn, anybody stands out to you on that list that you think would be
I
a good
would,
pickup?
yeah, I think for Reds, Valdez or Suarez would be a good pickup, or Merrill Kelly.
And Chris, I'm gonna need your help on this. I did see an article today, also yesterday, that the Pirates are interested in a pretty good ball player. I don't know how much he's got left in the tank. Used to be a Red outfielder. We really liked him. He was a really good outfielder, really good hitter, and then he left. I think he's with St. Louis now, or maybe Philadelphia. Castellanos.
oh, Nick
Castellanos.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is acquiring about him, trying to get him.
Wow. I know
Too
Philly
late.
sports guy would be happy if the Phillies got rid of him. He's not a big Nick Castellanos fan.
Yeah, there were some rumors that Pittsburgh are also interested in, which I think he's going to stay with Philadelphia. The one big bat for them, but there's rumors that there's a lot of talk. Again, it's talk that Pittsburgh is going to try to get some bats on that team.
Shit, they need a lot more than bats.
Wow.
I'll tell you that right now.
Well, they've got besides Skeens, they've got a couple other pretty good arms.
Yeah.
And they've got another one down in the minor leagues that's pretty good. I think they feel like they've got the arms coming, and I think they want to keep them, especially Skeens. So I think they're saying if we're going to keep him, we're going to have to start
money.
building this team. We're going to have to start building this team and give him some help. Where here's the guy who's the Cy Young winner, but can't win 10 games because the rest of your team sucks.
That's putting it mildly, but yeah. They are, man. They're terrible.
Well, Castellanos
Terrible.
would be a good pickup. He's a good player.
Yes, that would be a good pickup. I mean, I think the Pirates fans would be thrilled, and that's what sucks because I think that from everything I've heard that Pirate Stadium is an excellent stadium to see baseball in. I heard it's beautiful, one of the best stadiums in baseball. So let's fill up that stadium and let's build a
Yeah.
team.
Instead of having 50 fans come out,
Yeah, 100%. Well, guys, anything you guys got before we get out of here?
I do not.
Yeah, we get to find out the college football playoff bracket tonight.
What time is that, Chris? Do you know?
Probably 7:30.
I'll have to look because it switches every damn week. One week,
some weeks 7,
next week it's
7:30,
8:30. Next week it's 7:30.
They do it in between.
They were doing it. Yeah, they were doing it at 7. So I was trying to be on top of it. Then the next week it was at 8:30. I'm like, and it was at 8. Like,
Yeah.
so I'd have to look it up. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But I gotta get off here, and I'll see you guys tonight at 10.
All right.
Sounds good, man.
I heard an idea today, and I'll get your guys' opinion on because I think it would be. I think it's a good idea, and I think it would. There should be the college AP poll should be no rankings for preseason.
I agree. And the idea, if it's the same one that you heard it that I heard, that they shouldn't rank anybody until after 5 games in.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, because how do you even really have a good feel of a team without seeing their first at least 3 or 4 games at a minimum to know, what kind of team this is?
Yep.
Are they truly really ranked at 1, or are they really 14 or 15?
Well, because and then you rank these teams preseason like that, and it's you're going by nothing. Like you're just the media. It's just the media projecting on an opinion, and then that opinion ends up holding a lot of weight, and the opinion's not based on nothing factual.
Yep. I mean, I could understand one team last year looking good as far as the media or anybody. I mean, me and Chris thought the Penn State was going to be very good because they had so many players coming back from the year before. So, I mean, that's why we thought that. And then for whatever reason, that fell apart. And then, the quarterback got hurt, but they started falling apart before the quarterback got hurt. Yeah, I mean,
and the thing was, and like with them, Penn State was a good team.
still
They
got to tell
panicked.
our talent.
They panicked.
Yeah.
They lost a game in overtime to Oregon that has only lost one game all year, and you lose that game in overtime, and they panicked, and then they had a bad week the next week, and then they lost their starting quarterback, and then you fire your coach and done everything because you cater to your fan base, but that. And you saw they played some good ball after that. They had a talented team. They lost to a good team, and then it was like everything around them. They just panicked.
Yeah, and the statistic I seen on that, Chris, and it proves your point to a certain degree, is if you go back and look at the top 25 teams that was ranked to start the season, 12 of them are not even ranked anymore. 12 of those
of them are in the
teams,
top 25.
yeah, the top 25 are not even ranked in the top 25 anymore. So
which goes to show you how valuable that preseason ranking stuff is.
Well, hey, preseason they had IU like at 23.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's all people's political or opinions of what they think it is, right? It is what it is.
Now, I'm not saying that these are true, but there's some scuttlebutt going around about Penn State and a couple of coaches they're looking at. I'm not saying that them coaches are going there, but I think they're definitely interesting because they're sitting here with egg on their face. They got rid of a fairly successful coach, and now they don't have a coach. Who are you going to bring in that's necessarily going to be better? So the rumors are that they are interested in Alabama's head coach, trying to get him away, and also Ohio State's head coach, trying to get try to offer him a boatload of money, and not only that, a boatload of money to pay on the team, because that's what Mississippi's coach, that left Mississippi and went to LSU. He said, I wasn't even concerned what they was going to pay me. What I wanted to know is how they was going to build this team and how and where they was going to spend the money at on the team. He said that was my number one concern. I told my agent I didn't even know what I didn't even want to know what my offer was money wise. It was the other side what I was interested in. Then that's what he was saying. So, Chris, did you see any scenario where the Ohio State coach would leave, or the Alabama coach? I don't either.
I don't see the Ohio State coach leaving. The Alabama coach, I don't see it leaving, but I give that a better chance than Ryan Day. And the reason I say that about DeBoer is because DeBoer's only been in Alabama for 2 seasons, and there was some reports at the beginning of the season that he might have not be enjoying it there as much as he thought he would. So but I don't think he'll leave. But if out of them two, I think there would be a better chance for DeBoer than Day. I don't see Day leaving. Why if you're Ryan Day, why would you leave Ohio State? Ohio State has just as much money for players as any other college.
More. Yeah.
I mean, like you're at one of the best programs in the country. Why would you leave? I don't see him leaving Ohio State. I don't see DeBoer leaving Alabama either, because DeBoer's just now getting where he's getting his own recruits and everybody in there and getting his name on it. And I think DeBoer's a real good coach. I think he'll do good at Alabama. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, out of them two, I would say DeBoer over Day.
Well, just like, Penn State, they haven't named a coach yet. And we're going to talk. I'm going to talk tomorrow.
Rumor is they're going after the BYU guy.
Okay. What is there any proof that he's going to be better than what Franklin was?
No, I'm saying they're. I'm not saying that. Yeah,
I'm saying that. Yeah. That's the thing that kills me.
No, there's about. That's the guy that they're talking about. But I don't know if they'll be able to get him to leave, because he's a BYU alum, and I think he has his dream. I think he has his dream job. So I don't know if he'll. But hey, you'll be able to recruit a lot better players at Penn State than what you can at BYU. So I mean,
No doubt.
there would be a big plus for him if he decided to go there. But hey, some guys are happy where they're at, and some guys they want to be at their where they went to school at. So
yeah, that's my plan. My plan tomorrow is we'll definitely talk about. There's been already like 8 or 9 coaches that have went to new teams, and we're going to talk about some of those guys and where they went, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Also, college football rankings will be a big discussion, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be interesting who they have out, because either Notre Dame or Alabama or somebody like that could be out tonight.
Yeah, was it Randy from NFL Draft Dialogue says McDaniels needs to be this more credit for the Patriots teams. I've been saying that's just a high heavens, Randy. So I'm glad somebody else has echoed it. Not that anybody in the show doesn't think that as well, but it's good to hear somebody in the comments say it too. McDaniels is such he's not a great head coach. We've all seen his disasters at head coaching, but as an assistant and what he's done for those quarterbacks at with the Patriots is bar none the best.
I agree, but I did see a big segment, and I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a fantastic offensive coordinator. And we've talked about this too with their head coach, Grable. They did a big segment on TV Sunday about the culture, about how he's come in there and completely to change that culture, and the team is bought in. So I think it's a lot more. I mean, I'm not taking the away from the offensive coordinator.
Right.
He's doing his job, but I think if you would have run a different head coach in, and McDaniel was still there as offensive coordinator, I don't know. I think that culture changed, because we've talked about talent and culture, like you said before. I don't know where they would be. I'm not saying the offense wouldn't have made strides. I don't know if the whole team would have made the strides because of that, because Grable being such good with culture.
Well, and let's be honest, it's not like the Patriots don't know what good culture looks like, right? I mean, they've had good culture for 2+ decades. So I think Robert Kraft knows the type of people he's looking to bring in, that he wants to continue that culture, which is 100% why I think Vrabel got that job and why I think Josh McDaniels is back. It all goes back to what you said. I think they are trying to go back and recreate that old culture. And I mean, let's be honest, this is the first time that they've been number one in the league since Brady was there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 6 years. And the fact that they did it so quickly and they've rebuilt and got this team name back up so quickly is crazy to me. But that goes back to good ownership, right?
And Jay, you talked earlier about Ben Johnson being, probably coach of the year. You can't count out Grable.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, I only said Ben Johnson because of the fact that he went into a place where they don't even know what winning looks like since Dick, whatever his name was there,
Yeah.
So it's been a long time for those guys. But no, I tell you that we're going to talk more about this tonight. Randy from Draft Dialogue, appreciate you stopping by, man. Come back tonight, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Even though we say 9 Central is the fake time, it is 9 Central, 10 Eastern. And we can hear us talk more about this. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about coaches tonight, teams tonight. We'll definitely talk about the AP. I know we'll definitely talk a little bit about the AP.
Well, we'll bring up the AP real quick when we come on. But tonight's the NBA. Tonight's basketball.
That's right. Damn it. That's why Chris was laughing at me. I was wondering why Chris was laughing at me.
Tonight's the basketball. We'll talk a little college basketball and NBA basketball tonight. And then Thursday night, we got NFL.
Yes. Remember when they had the egg? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Take that shit serious.
Yep.
Take that shit serious. Hey, Randy, I appreciate you, man. Randy says he's going to stop by tonight and sub to your channel. Hey, I appreciate you subbing, man. Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. So tonight, 10 Eastern, 9 Central, we'll get the NBA show tonight, and then on Thursday we'll get the NFL show.
Yeah, that is a pretty good comp. That's good in Vrabel with their styles.
Yeah.
So we'll talk NBA. We're going to talk some college basketball.
Randy, blame you, Randy. It's hard to take anything these days. But we do appreciate the subscribe. And yes, definitely, Randy, if you want to talk NFL, catch us on Thursday. And we will definitely be talking anything and everything football on Thursday. And tomorrow, like Tony said, tonight is NBA. Tonight we talk NBA. Yeah. Crony?
Yep, and tomorrow going to be pretty much a college football day tomorrow. So tune in for that, and hopefully everybody has a great day. Stay warm if you're in a cold place like me and Chris, or if you're in a nice place, go outside and enjoy it.
Amen. And again, we appreciate the subscribes. Hit us up on Gonzo Sports Room on YouTube and Elite Sports and Entertainment Network on our YouTube channels as well. We certainly appreciate the subscribes. Until next time, it's your boy Jay, Chris, and Tony.